鼻の穴。早く起きて。もう少しでやせ。子供が怯えてるでしょ。ウソップ。
Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. It's time! The moment has arrived for Usopp to become powerful, and it's going to happen now in Elbaf, as we saw in chapter 1128, when Luffy told him he needed to defeat an opponent that appeared. Usopp needs power, and I'm going to reveal it to you now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and comment which Straw Hat pirate you would take on your crew. Remember, you can only pick one. Let's get into the video. Guys, Usopp is known as the sharpshooter of the Straw Hat Pirates. He is a skilled marksman and uses a variety of long-range weapons, such as slingshots and modified toy guns, to fight his enemies. However, his accuracy isn't always reliable, and he often exaggerates when telling stories about his abilities, which has earned him a reputation as a liar among his companions, making them frequently question whether what Usopp says is true. Usopp is a complex character with a difficult past. As we all know, he grew up on an island called Syrup Village, where he was constantly bullied by other residents and often ridiculed for chasing his dreams. To escape reality, he started telling stories and crafting elaborate lies to stand out. Despite this, Usopp has a good heart and desires to protect his friends and fellow adventurers. He often struggles with his fears and insecurities when facing dangerous challenges. And an interesting thing, which may involve his observation Haki, is that many of the lies Usopp told Kaya ended up becoming true. Throughout the One Piece story, Usopp undergoes significant character development. He gradually overcomes his tendency to lie and becomes braver and more confident as his adventures with the Straw Hats continue. However, one constant in his story is his admiration for Elbaf, the island of giants, and at this moment we can imagine that his great power-up may be revealed in Elbaf. The seeds of the Straw Hat Pirates' visit to Elbaf were planted very early in the story when the crew met the giants Dory and Brogy, former captains of the giant warrior pirates who had been exiled to Little Garden Island for a century. After a hunting dispute, Dory and Brogy regularly fought each other until one was defeated to resolve the conflict. Unfortunately, as they were equally matched in strength, no resolution occurred for 100 years. Upon learning about the giants of Elbaf and their culture, Usopp, who was just starting his journey as a pirate at the time, was deeply impressed by the courage and pride of the giants. He was also fascinated by their power, as giants are considered one of the strongest races in the One Piece world, filled with extremely powerful warriors. Before leaving the island, Usopp swore to visit Elbaf and meet the giants, believing that they could help him fulfill his dream of becoming a brave warrior of the sea. Due to his admiration for the strength of the giants, many believe that Usopp might eat the giant's fruit on that island, a fruit that would allow him to alter his size. However, this seems unlikely at the moment, as we know this wouldn't align with his main focus, which is to use his sharpshooting skills. Nevertheless, we can imagine that Usopp could train with the giants to gain physical strength similar to theirs, enabling him to finally wield a hammer that weighs tons, just as he's always wanted. However, what is confirmed is that Usopp will become stronger on this island. It's worth noting that Elbaf references Norse mythology. We've already heard names like Thor and Loki mentioned casually. From Big Mom's flashback, we see a clear Viking influence in Elbaf. So, many fans believe that Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, could be introduced into the story. And naturally, it's easy to imagine that if it exists, it would be claimed by Usopp. After all, Elbaf for Usopp is what Whole Cake Island was for Sanji, and what Wano is for Zoro. Usopp will undoubtedly receive his fortification in that island, just as Sanji received the raid suit and Zoro received the Enma sword. It's also worth mentioning that with every small power-up Usopp receives, he also gains new combat tools and abilities, like Pop Green, which are plants that can be used to attack and create obstacles. Usopp is also a talented engineer and can create ingenious devices to help his crew. In addition to his combat skills, Usopp plays an important role in the group as comic relief. His exaggerated reactions and the funny situations he gets involved in often bring humor to the story. Overall, Usopp is a beloved character by One Piece fans for his unique personality, development throughout the series, and his role as both a skilled marksman and a loyal member of the Straw Hat Pirates. Throughout the story, we've seen Usopp undergo significant development, overcoming his fears and insecurities to become a valuable member of the crew. However, he remains weak compared to other crew members who play an even greater role than he does. For his dream of becoming stronger to come true, he will need to find ways to further refine his techniques, allowing him to reach the level of the more powerful Straw Hats, such as Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbe. Although it's difficult to predict exactly how Usopp will find ways to improve his abilities, we can explore explore some interesting possibilities for the character. Oda often has characters surpass their limits during intense battles. However, most of the time, a quick training session allows these characters to further enhance their combat potential. Usopp is known for his skill as a sharpshooter. However, his accuracy isn't always as perfect as everyone expects. This means that at some point in his training, Usopp will further refine his shooting skills. With a renewed dedication to training, he could strive for perfection in his aim, improving his precision and ability to hit difficult targets. Usopp could study advanced shooting techniques, such as curved shots and ricochets, allowing him to hit unreachable targets, or surprise opponents with attacks that bypass obstacles. In addition, he could experiment with different types of ammunition, such as explosive or poisoned bullets, to increase his effectiveness in combat, giving him greater unpredictability and a more versatile arsenal for his fights. Haki is a special ability in the world of One Piece that allows characters to strengthen their attacks, predict movements, and influence others' emotions. Usopp has shown a gradual development of his observation Haki, a form of Haki throughout the series. During this training, Usopp could reach complete mastery of this aspect of Haki, improving his perception and prediction abilities. This would give him the ability to see far beyond the Haki of his companions. He could develop the capacity to detect the movements of opponents at a distance, even when they are hidden or camouflaged at an impressive range, similar to, or even superior to, what Shanks demonstrated during the Wano arc. This ability would be invaluable in long-distance battles or even in extreme-range combat, allowing Usopp to anticipate enemy attacks and plan effective counterattacks. Another great feature of Usopp is his ability to develop specialized combat tools. He is responsible for creating many of his own tools and even those of his companions, such as Nami's Climb Attack. Usopp is a talented engineer and skilled inventor. Throughout the series, he has created various weapons and ingenious devices to help the Straw Hat Pirates. In his next evolution, we can expect Usopp to expand his expertise in weaponry and develop new, powerful inventions. He could dedicate himself to improving his arsenal, creating customized and specialized combat tools that perfectly fit his abilities and fighting style. Moreover, Usopp might explore the incorporation of advanced technology, such as combat tools enhanced with Kairoseki, a substance capable of weakening devil fruit users, to face powerful enemies that may cross his path. This would allow Usopp to confront enemies who rely on devil fruit powers as their main source of combat, giving Usopp a significant advantage over his opponent. Another way Usopp could improve his skills is by expanding his combat tactics. As a sharpshooter, Usopp has always been a specialist in long-distance combat. However, to become as skilled as his father, or even to become the greatest sharpshooter in the One Piece world, he may seek to expand his repertoire of combat tactics. Usopp could start training in close combat techniques, allowing him to defend himself against close-range attacks and making him a more formidable opponent at all distances. He could take inspiration from the fighting styles of other crew members or even enemies, such as Cypher Pole's Rokushiki style or Nami's mixed-range fighting style, incorporating unique elements into his own. This expansion of his combat skills would not only make Usopp more versatile, but would also give him a significant advantage in battle, whether at close or long range. Another point that could make Usopp even more powerful is developing new pop greens. Usopp gained notoriety for his ability to cultivate and use pop greens, special plants with various properties and effects. In his next training session, he could delve even further into this ability, expanding his knowledge of pop greens and discovering new varieties with unique abilities. Usopp could find plants with healing properties, plants that provide camouflage, or plants with hallucinogenic properties that can disorient opponents. Additionally, he could develop advanced techniques to manipulate pop greens, allowing him to create complex obstacles, traps, and even temporary structures to gain a tactical advantage in battles. Finally, something that could make all the difference in Usopp's evolution is overcoming his fears and insecurities. A central aspect of Usopp's character journey has been his confrontation with fear and insecurity. To become stronger, Usopp can continue his quest to overcome these personal limitations. By facing increasingly greater challenges and imminent dangers, Usopp could learn to control his fears and turn them into motivation to protect his friends and fight for his crew. This emotional evolution would be crucial to Usopp's growth as a character and would further reinforce his determination and courage. Usopp has an exciting future full of possibilities ahead. As he continues to face challenges and overcome his own limitations, we can expect him to improve his sharpshooting skills, master Haki, develop new specialized tools, expand combat tactics, perfect pop greens, and most importantly, overcome his fear and insecurity. Usopp's evolution will not only make him an even more valuable member of the Straw Hat Pirates, but will also allow us to witness his personal growth into a courageous and fearless hero. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.